Hey everybody, Steve here, back again, cooking. So I made up, the other day I posted a video about some sourdough cinnamon rolls. It's actually the same day. And I have to, just a little bit of peek behind the curtain for the production. I have to shoot a lot of these things. Sometimes I'll shoot a couple of videos at the same time. And I've gotten to where, and then afterwards I go back and I download them to try to, put them all together. And I get mixed up. So what I do is I change t-shirts. So I've actually, the t-shirt I was wearing with the cinnamon rolls is in there, and I've got to wait. They're in the process of being developed right now, and I have to go back and change t-shirts to keep the videos straight when I put them all together, so you don't get a. Yeah. Anyway, what I'm making today is lentil. I guess stew would probably be the best way to describe this in the crock pot. So crock potting with the Colonel today. I'm gonna make this. I've got a late shift today. Got to go in, so I won't be back till evening time. So I'm gonna let this cook all day today, and I'll have dinner ready for me when I get back home. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. Let me show you what I'm doing. All the ingredients and directions. Really, it's cut it up and dump it in. So no real directions, but I'll put all the ingredients down in there, and then put it on the crock pot on low for however many hours you need to go. You can leave it on low all the time pretty much. So anyway, I'm gonna flip this around and we'll get cracking. Stand by one. All right, back again. Well, that's the thing that I love about the crock pot is you really can just toss in whatever. So I've got this leftover purple onion that's pretty potent. I mean, it's pretty strong. Purple onions they're the angry uncle of the onion family. And I'm gonna basically just cut up a bunch of stuff and toss it in. So I've got CROCKPOTIN Dundee warming up already, and I'm gonna just toss in some onions, and I got some carrots, and of course I got my lentils, and then just because I like the taste of meat with the beans and lentils and all that, I've got some nice turkey sausage. So I'm going to cut all this up, toss it in, and it's about as easy as that. So I like lots of onions too. So, and this will probably be dinner and lunch for a few days. It's got a small pack. Usually when I make beans or pinto beans or something like that, I'll usually make a whole pack, like those plastic packs you get at the grocery store. I'll make the whole thing, and I used to do that for my lunch. When I was on active duty, I always took my lunch in, and I would make those up, and I was eating on beans for a week or more, so I got tired of it after a while. I'm just kind of chop these up rough. Because these will cook down in the crock pot, over that period of time. This will probably cook for at least 8 hours. So just kind of rough cut these. So I got a little smaller pack of lentils here, and what I'm going to do is I'm soaking them for just a little bit. You don't really have to soak them like you do the pinto beans. I don't really have a problem with gas or anything from lentils. I've made lentils before, same kind of thing. Just toss them in, let them slow cook for a long time. So I like the onions. All the ingredients and recipe, or everything I'm putting in here, I'll put down below. There we go. There's one onion. I think maybe one onion might be enough. I think I'll hold off on cutting up the second one here. I'll save that one for something else. All right, so I got my onion. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some carrots off the ends. I'm not bothering. I washed them off good. I'm not going to bother with peeling them. Doesn't have to be pretty. All looks the same when you gets to the stomach, right? So go. And you go. Got some carrots. And then I've got this nice turkey sausage. Now I saw some kielbasa, beef kielbasa, and I was told by someone of Polish heritage, you know who you are, that I don't remember exactly who it was, but they were like, that's not kielbasa. And I'll take your word for it. I'm not a kielbasa expert. I just like to eat it. So I thought I'd go a little bit with turkey sausage. Is it healthier? I don't know. You tell me. I suppose it's probably healthier than something real fatty. So been watching a lot of videos. I really like, there's some people with some good homestead videos, kind of talk about their experiences in life and what they're doing, and I've been watching a lot of those. There's a few that really kind of stand out for me. One of them I like, the Few Acres Farm, a guy named Pete, his wife. I really enjoy watching that one. So, but I kind of imagine one day that's what I'm gonna do. You know, I mean, just to get out there and kind of do like I do with this channel, and just kind of things that strike my fancy, things that I want to try, and go about work and kind of take you along on the journey, you know. I mean, that's kind of the idea. I'm really kind of excited because Nathan, my oldest boy, he's always kind of had his eye on stuff like that, and he's talking about coming back and like really making a go of it, having a farm and grow it like a business. And I'm like, you know, that sounds pretty good to me. And of course, he's a good teacher and instructor too, and that always makes it nice as well. So last thing I want to, well, not last, but I want to add my lentils. Now, I just put them in some water just to let them soak for a little bit. I wouldn't let them soak too long, because I guess my thought is I'm going to drain this water, because I want to cook it in, what I'm going to do, I mean, you could cook it in water and do that, but what I want to do is use the last of my chicken stock. Oh, I'm going to have a bunch of leftovers, I can tell already. So I'm gonna use cooking in chicken stock, and what I want to do as this cooks, I'm hoping that of course these lentils are dried, is that they'll soak up that chicken stock and really be tasty. That's the idea anyway. I'm gonna put in probably about probably a tablespoon of coriander seeds or powder. I'm going to put in probably half a tablespoon of red pepper flakes. And then, just because I've got this, I've heard it's pretty healthy for you, and I don't know what else to use. I'm going to try some turmeric. I don't know, how do you say this? Turmeric. I'll probably go with a teaspoon of that. That goes in, and then I'm going to add my chicken broth or chicken stock, whatever you want to use. I know it's probably different, and I got it. This is what I got. So chicken broth, add that. What I'm looking to do is just, as far as liquid wise, is get it kind of close to the top, because again, the onion is the water will cook out of the onion, and the carrots, and it'll add more liquid to the mix here. So let me get this out of the way, move this over. That's kind of what it's looking like, and then I want to just kind of stir this up See if I got myself a spoon here. I'm going to just kind of stir this up good and check my water level here. See, yeah, that's going to be plenty. So actually, it's probably, might be a little too much, but you know, it'll make kind of a soup slash stew. You could add some potatoes to this as well. Let's see, but that's the idea. So all's going well here. Get this all mixed up. I'm going to cook it on low, and I'm going to come back tonight. So it's right now it's about 10:30 in the morning, and I'll be back tonight at like 9. So this is going to cook a nice long time, which is fine. I'll just leave it on low, and we'll come and check on it later. So we'll be right back tonight for dinner, and I'll let you know how it turned out. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, back from work. Late. Got home at like 9. So this has been cooking for 11 hours. I did at one point about an hour, about 2 hours into it, I added some more water. I actually added about 2 teaspoons of salt just to kind of, because it looked like it needed it. But yeah, look at that. So the liquid cooled off. Oh man, and I can usually tell how good something is when I walk in the door, how it smells. And that smells divine. Loving the sausage in it. So I'm going to put this in a bowl and try it. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So here's my soup. I saw it from the picture from the thumbnail. Pretty hearty, looks nice, smells amazing. This is just hot, I know it. So, I've got the ravishing Mrs. Ritter waiting for me. Make the call. I had to hold this because I know the bowl's hot. It smells amazing. Yep. That's good. I mean, if you don't want the meat, you leave the meat out. You know, adds other things like celery and potatoes be good too. So that really, and then as they cook down, that would kind of thicken it up. But it cooked down pretty good. Using chicken broth was good. This is good. I'm glad I added the salt. Pretty simple. And boy, it's nice to come home to a crock pot full of that kind of goodness, right? So, hope you have a great day. This is Colonel signing off. We'll say over and out.